Alright YouTube, I'm back today at Locals with Abby's second place winner box deck profile MARINCESS. What were your matchups last week?
Matchups last week, they were, so we had Rickus and Avalon, a Sprite, a Tri-Brigade Liverlusk, TRAPTRIX, and a Cash Tail Wrap, so pretty stacked.
Yeah.
Did pretty well for it, so yeah, it was fun. The only loss was 2 Cash Tail Wrap because Shifter is one hell of a card.
Yep, that's it. Shifter is a very, very good card. So, main deck?
Main deck, right, yes. MARINCESS main deck. Start with a nice, easy 3 Blue Tang, 3 Seahorse, easier starters. Blue Tang sends Seahorse. Seahorse can special itself from your hand to a zone MARINCESS points to. And also on one of these two and you're feeling happy. Tang also can help chain block because she can, upon being used as link material, activate 3, add a MARINCESS card. When you want to activate this depends because of draw, but usually you can just fire it off in response to a card and just a little bit of chain blocking, always fun. 3 Spring Girl, this could probably drop to 2, but sometimes you just need names. She's not as good as the other 2 as a starter, but she can banish a MARINCESS from grave to special herself from hand, so she at least starts some combo. And then if you use as link material, mills cards equal to the number of MARINCESS monsters you control. Then if you mill any MARINCESS cards, you burn your opponent for 200, so she randomly might win you in time. 2 Basculus, play around Ogre. On summon, she specials a MARINCESS from hand. And she can, during the turn, except the turn she is sent to the graveyard, can banish herself from grave to add a MARINCESS spell trap from grave to hand, which is really good for recycling after follow-up, basically, after you've comboed off. 1 Mandarin. I'm not playing the level 5, I might run that as well, but Mandarin can special herself from hand or grave to a zone MARINCESS points to if you control 2 MARINCESSes. So some really nice extension and good to pitch from your hand. There's a couple of cards that require that. She's also banished when she leaves the field, so keep that in mind. That's MARINCESS monsters, MARINCESS spells, 2 dive, 1 ocean. Dive is a monster reborn, or if you control ocean, specials MARINCESS from deck. Pretty nice. Ocean is a weird card. When a MARINCESS monster is link summoned, you can equip MARINCESS link monsters to it. Right, only when it's summoned to the extra monster zone, and it gains, all MARINCESS gain 200 attack and then 600 for each MARINCESS monster equipped to them, so it makes the monsters nice and big. Also, because nothing is simple, if you use Crystal Heart, I think it is that your name? Yes, Crystal Heart as link material to link summon a monster, and this is on your field, then the monster is unaffected by card effects while this remains. So it's weird that it works like that, but it does do that. 1 wave, it's an imperm, searchable, makes your monsters unaffected. You're always happy to have it. Only 1 because you can cycle it and you prefer to search it as opposed to draw it, because if you draw it you're not really doing much else with it really. That's MARINCESS cards, more generic stuff. 3 Ice Jade Ran Agerine, a new card, a really fun extender. She can pitch a water monster or Ice Jade card from your hand to special herself and a level 3 token. While the token remains on the field, you are locked into waters. She's also a level 7 tuner, so you can make a level 10. So you can make Chenging if you want to run that, or the Ice Jade Synchro, or you can link someone with this on like long one. So you quite have to extend with her really, or if you get your monster removed, she at least gets waters on the field to attempt to extend a bit more. 3 Silent Mining, it's a Rota, not much has to be said. Don't get ashed, you'll be happy. 2 Desires, there's not too much you care about getting banished. Your field spell and your trap card somewhat, but you can activate this after you search them, and if you get stopped mid-combo, you need something to keep yourself going. Now on to hand traps. 3 Droll, because Droll's good. Might move this to the side deck though. 3 Ash. Whoop. 3 Bell, because you can run a lot of hand traps in this deck and Bell's a really good option. Cash Terror obviously is not the greatest, but you can hit Earth with it, and then yeah, Vanquish Soul branded is, it's good against those. Not so much plant, but is against Oh damn, what's the other deck I'm thinking of? Runic. It's good against Runic, it can stop Fountain. Other hand trap, of course. 3 Imperm, one of the best hand traps in the game. Imperm and just sort of hope, really. Yeah. Lastly, 3 triple attack, 1 cooled by. Cooled by because sometimes you just get hand trapped and lose the game. Triple attack because, especially against Droll, this deck doesn't search that much. Twice, maybe 3 times. So if you get Drolled, you can genuinely just play this, and there are many times where I've just gone, give me your hand, and turns out Forceful Sentry's a broken card. Extra deck. 2 Blue Slug on summon, returns a MARINCESS from grave to hand. So you normal level 3, make this, return the level 3 special it, and you're off. She also locks you into waters, which is important for a card later. 1 Sea Angel. All of these take level 4 lower MARINCESS monsters. She on summon searches a MARINCESS spell, which is dive if you need an extender, or ocean if you don't. And if you have one of those two, then the other dive becomes a lot more powerful. 2 Coral Anemone. Normal combo is summon the level 3, make Blue Slug, special Sea Angel search, make Coral Anemone, resummon Blue Slug, because she specials any water monster with 1500 less attack from your graveyard. And also when sent to graveyard, adds a MARINCESS card from your grave to your hand. So she both recycles, and she can resummon the Ice Shade level 7 if you really feel the need to, which is really nice. 1 Crystal Heart, it's attacks from the field spell. Her effects are not very good. She stops your opponent from destroying by battle by sending a MARINCESS from hand. You just summon her and then link her off again. Cold Triangle, this one's part of your combo. Once per turn you can, is it once per turn? Yep, once per turn you can send a water monster from your hand to the graveyard to add a MARINCESS trap. So this is how you get your trap card into rotation. You can also, if you control no monsters, banish yourself from grave to special summon up to 3 links worth of MARINCESS link monsters. So if your opponent manages to out your board but doesn't kill you, she's a massive amount of follow-up. 1 Mumbled Rock, she's the other link 3 you go into. She once per turn turns a MARINCESS card from grave to hand. And also, if a MARINCESS monster battles, you can send a MARINCESS from hand to grave. No damage is dealt, no monsters are destroyed. Sometimes, if your opponent wants to turn your wave off, they just summon big monster and attack into her. You can just stop that from happening. Bubble Reef. She draws you cards. Once you turn during the standby phase, you can banish a water from grave, draw a card. She can also send a water monster from hand to grave to special one of your banished MARINCESS monsters. She is just a really big heat soul, so it's really nice. She also gains 600 attack anytime cards banished face up, so the attack can get quite big. Argonaut, main boss monster. Once per turn, when your opponent activates the power trap, you can special a monster equipped to her to negate that card. She also forces your opponent to attack her while she's in the EMZ, and can once per turn bounce a water you control on a monster your opponent controls. Make her first spell trap negate whilst being unaffected and force them to attack her. That's a nice card. Generic links, Charmer. There are times where you just end up with a non-water on field and she turns it into something, special triple attack. So she's just really nice to go into sometimes, and also generic for all of your waters. Zealantis, the water Zeus. Once per turn, you can banish all monsters in the field, then special summon as many monsters as possible banished by this effect. This is notably you doing the summoning, so if you are waterlocked, only waters are resummoned, which for most boards takes them out. It also, once per turn during the battle phase, can, as a quick effect, destroy cards on the field up to the number of co-linked monsters you control. So you can just summon this under another link 4 and just suddenly during your opponent's battle phase pop 2 out of nowhere. It's pretty fun. Also, 1+ effect monsters. You can turn any of your other link 4s into this if you feel the need to. Other extra deck stuff, we got Bahamut Toad. Bahamut basically turns 2 monsters into these 2, and then Bahamut can be used for link, while Toad is just a negate. It's handy, and stop that evenly matched or whatever else your opponent wants to throw at you. And finally, Ice Jade Gimmer Aegirine, because there's not enough Aegirines. It's you make her with the Ice Jade Synchro tuner. Quick effect, you can activate it. Your monsters that turn cannot be destroyed or banished by card effects. Then, if this card was activated in response to opponent's card effect, you banish all cards with the name of your opponent's card from their field and graveyard. Also, if a card is in the graveyard and a card is banished by your opponent's card effect, you can special itself from the graveyard, which is always fun. Side deck, probably needing some work, but 3 Ghost Ogre. I kind of traded Bell for Ogre because Ogre's not as good now, but still comes up occasionally. I'll probably change this out for something. 3 Kaiju, because it's the Water Kaiju, it's the one you can play. If you're on Small World, this becomes a lot better, which I might consider running. 2 Magnemite and 1 Druid Worm. You mainly summon these on your opponent's turn, so you don't mind your water locked. And these are what you then use to make the Charmer. There's some decks on the format that are scary that you don't want to deal with. I've lost many times to MATHMECH. Even though that deck's not as good now, it's still doing well enough. Back row hate, because back row's scary. Happy's Cosmic. Take out Fountain. Do something about Labyrinth. It's nice. And then, of course, 3 Evenly Matched, because this card wins you games. I won against a TRAPTRIX player because of Evenly Matched. It's always fun. So yeah, that was it.
Thank you for doing the deck profile, Abby.
No worries.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. Cheers. Thank you.